Does it make sounds or just vibrate?
Oh, no, it'll ring,
We're good.
but it won't ring if the phone's off.
Okay, it's 7:15, we're going to call this meeting to order. In the event of emergency, you'd exit out the door to your right, proceed left to the stairs. You can either go out of the front or the rear of the building to exit the building. At this time, we'll take roll call.
Chairman Blakely,
Present.
Carl Adolph,
Present?
James Volpe,
Here,
Okay, the zoning boards of appeals established by the Village of Lancaster shall hear and decide appeals and requests for variances from the requirements of the zoning laws. Those aggrieved by the decision of the zoning board of appeals may appeal such decisions to the Supreme Court pursuant Article 78 of the Civil Practice Law and Rules. Okay. The first one. Okay, the first one is for 11 Carter Street, Lancaster, New York. Please take notice, the zoning board of appeals, Village of Lancaster, New York, shall hold a public hearing in the council chambers of the municipal building at 5423 Broadway, Lancaster, New York, on Thursday, June 4th, 2026, at 7:15 p.m. The petitioner and property owner, Michael Cortez, is seeking relief from the following village code with respect to the privacy fence in a front yard. 148-4 height limitations reads, no fence shall be more than 6 feet in height at the rear yard or side yard of homes or buildings situated in a residential zone district, which fence shall not exceed forward of the front of the building line of any existing or proposed building. No other fence or portions of the fence shall be higher than 36 inches in any front yard or within 6 feet linear feet of egress window from a sleeping room, 48 inches in any side yard. Section 148-6, obstruction affecting public safety. Any fence, wall, or similar structure, as well as shrubbery which unduly cuts off light or air, which may cause a nuisance, a fire hazard, or a dangerous condition, or an obstruction to combating fires, or an obstruction to men or equipment combating fires, which may affect public safety, is hereby expressly prohibited. Further, no fence shall be erected in a front yard in a residential district or along a public right-of-way unless the fence is uniformly less than 50% solid. The petitioner and property owner is seeking relief from the village code to allow a 6-foot-tall fence, privacy fence, in a front yard. 3 feet of relief is requested for height and greater than 50% relief of a solid fence. At said hearing, all persons so desired shall have an opportunity to be heard. And if Michelle is here, okay, just if you would come up to the mic and just state your name, or
My husband.
okay, well, whoever's going to do the talking, just state your name so we know who's chatting with us.
Julio Cortez.
Okay. Why are you seeking this? What's the purpose of it?
Well, we just had some new neighbors move in, and we've had no problems, but they got a couple dogs now, and they're barking at us constantly, nonstop, because our garage door, our driveway's right next to their yard. I don't know if you need to see the pictures, but they bark at us nonstop. They got a bunch of other collectible junks and everything starting to build up and everything there, and there's scrappers and stuff like that, so it's just nuisance to us. The dogs is the biggest thing.
Well, and the dog warden was there.
Just state your name first so we know who's
Michelle.
speaking now. Okay,
Sorry,
thank you.
Michelle Cortez. I spoke with the neighbor. When they moved in, they said that they were going to put up their own fence. So it's been about 1.5 years, and there's still no fence. They have a couple dogs. Again, every time we step out, they're barking, they're going crazy. They attempted to attack somebody, a couple weeks ago. A dog warden was out. I mentioned to the neighbor what we were looking to do, and she's fine with it. It would actually be doing them a favor. And we're not looking for a 6-foot going all the way, just one panel 6 foot. This way, when we step out our side door, the dogs aren't freaking out every time they see us step out. And then we're looking to transition down to a 4-foot or whatever, 3-foot, whatever you allow. I have a picture of what we are wanting to do.
Yeah, anything you have, you just give it to her and she'll pass it.
Because this is actually an Orange Dog garage, like Walden, so this is exactly what we're looking to do, like 1 6-foot and then transition down to that, like right there. And there's a few pictures of their yard and stuff, like, they usually have like 4 trucks parked all in the grass, and it's just like affecting just how we upkeep our house versus how we have.
The way I read the request is that you want it to go to 6 foot all the way out to the front.
No, that's why I was confused with the way that was written. I know,
Does the, I see you have an estimate here from Final Outlet.
yeah,
Is there any description in here? It doesn't, just explains what the
they're
fence
waiting
is.
for me to find out.
Right, what we have to do.
Because
Because
that-
we'll start
that
at
was the
6 foot.
plan.
We'll switch it down if that's what we have to do.
That was the plan, the 6-foot transitioning down to whatever you see there in the picture.
Yeah. It doesn't say that.
So,
though.
okay, yeah.
Okay.
You know, I was confused with that wording too, and when I called about it, they said that it meant what it's supposed to, so I didn't know how to do that.
And where those stakes were in the ground, I just pulled on the driveway line. I assume that's where you want to locate
Yeah.
this fence? You had 3 stakes? Okay. I did look at it, it just,
Matt, is there any codes that address off-street parking? Can you park on your front lawn or side lawn?
Not in a required front yard or within a required side yard. I was just looking up the address.
And
that's a back-
That's a corner house, so that they have 2 front yards.
You're right. You're
So they
right.
shouldn't be parking there.
Those are not dedicated parking spaces. These driveways are access from the right-of-way to the parking areas.
I got one more,
To be-
Carol, I gotta ask her a question.
Yeah, I was just gonna put these.
When he's done.
The parking areas are not meant to be in a required yard, so 25 feet from a right-of-way line or 4 feet from a side yard. They can be in a rear yard, and again, in the case of a corner lot, 10 feet from the back lot line, 4 feet from a side lot line. These are posted stamp lots. There is
Yeah,
no
yeah.
parking available in the village, but the code stands. So, again, I was looking at the address in question. I've not seen any open complaints. We can investigate it and make notification. I would imagine it's going to make things a little bit uncomfortable for the entire neighborhood.
Yeah, there's
And
tr-
it usually does for the entire village, because now every corner lot is going to get scrutiny. And it's just, there's too many lots. Yeah, I mean, you could, obviously, this is not a driveway, because the weeds are growing up into the wheel wells of the
Yeah,
truck,
some weeds
right?
in there.
It's a scrapyard, right? This is an unregistered vehicle, it shouldn't be there, it needs to be towed away.
There was tags on it, but we didn't run them.
Yeah, there was license plate.
Well, the grass isn't being maintained. The lawn areas have to be graded and maintained.
So with the consideration of this particular address, 11 Carter,
Yeah,
it,
so,
it's driveway, they're looking to put a 6-foot alongside the driveway. That they would be able to do that up to the front of the house anyways.
the way the description is written is 32 lineal feet of 6-foot tall vinyl fence.
Which
based
they're
on-
saying they don't want 32.
We only want 1 panel 6,
Yeah.
and now we're gonna
One
go
panel
down
6.
to the 4.
That's what I was,
Exactly what we have surrounding our house.
so on this picture here, basically where that's the front of your house, so it'd be like, almost like that one concrete section there.
Right.
Just to kind of identify.
Just so when we step out our side door, so they're not,
I'm just saying, but that, the
Yeah,
garage
that's
is there,
exactly
it'd be
where it is.
6 foot, and it's kind of, you can see your gate here in that
Yeah.
picture, so,
just one. Mhm.
And how far do you want to take this out?
one panel.
No, the other,
Oh,
the rest of it.
well, Vinyl Outlet knew how far back they had to stop, so,
I think it's so far from the sidewalk, you gotta
Yeah.
stop. right?
Yes, but it'd have to be.
2 feet from
After
the-
that, you got to figure a 45-degree angle for,
so we don't care,
Site.
however,
because you'd have no sight coming down the
Yeah,
street.
or they'd have to back it off, because the 45 would have to be on the
Yeah.
concrete driveway, so they'd have to come back with it so many feet, we'd have to determine that.
Well, they're not even asking for that. They're asking for an additional panel of 6 foot.
Yeah, but they still won't put the
They
fence.
still wanna go all the way to
Even
the
if
end.
it's 3 foot.
They all want to
3
go.
foot tall solid, that's why they're seeking the 50% relief.
Okay.
So we'd want it back,
I don't know how far back you would
6
set it.
feet because of the 45, what, 45
Yeah.
angle.
Stop at 6 foot from the sidewalk?
that would be good.
Yeah, that's probably a good number, just
Yeah.
for visual for anybody, if
Yeah.
anybody's coming down there. Okay. Okay, does anybody else have any questions on the board?
No.
No.
You're all set then? Okay. Do you have anything else you want to comment on, or
That's it.
anybody out in the audience want to comment on this at
We
all?
did have neighbors come in to support us.
Well, they have an opportunity to speak if they'd like.
We have no objections to their request.
Okay, and what was your name, just for the record?
Frank Bushley,
At what address?
24 Sawyer.
Okay, thank you. Okay. At this time, I'd like to motion to close the hearing.
I'll make a motion, we close the hearing.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, and this time I'd like to ask for a motion to be made on this variance and state if there's any contingencies on this.
I don't think it's significant if they're only going to be adding one additional 6-foot panel. And I would approve one, I would like to approve one panel and allow a 3-foot fence not to exceed or less than 6 foot from the sidewalk.
Okay.
So that you have the full view of the sidewalk as you go down the street.
Are you asking for that drop to be like in the picture? A gradual drop down
Yes,
to-
yes. After the first.
First, se-
Yeah, first section, and
Yes.
go down to the street.
I'll second it.
Okay. Do you understand what they've just explained?
So 1 6-foot, then we're gonna transition down to a 3-foot?
3 foot.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Not any closer than 5 feet from the sidewalk.
You're gonna have to leave a space, just in case
I thought we said-
anybody's going up and down that sidewalk. Is that agreeable to you?
Yes.
And then, well, actually, one thing, because I did mention to that neighbor too, about the 3-foot, and she said, my dogs are gonna be able to jump over a 3-foot fence. So I told Vinyl Outlet that, and he said if they only allow a 3-foot, he said we can put a 1-foot topper that's see-through. So like, I don't know. I'm
It's
sure-
still a total of 4 feet.
Then you're up to 4 feet
Still a
again.
total of
Oh,
4
so
feet,
even
right?
though that's see-through?
And it's over
you can't
50,
add it?
when you add up the panel, it's
It's the height
over
of the panel.
50% of viewable, right?
Well, it would be
You're-
like
you're-
bars or something.
You're granting a solid 3-foot fence.
Yes.
5 feet or 6 feet from the sidewalk? I heard 6
It was
feet.
supposed to be 6.
Oh,
Or
6.
5. Okay, 6 feet from the sidewalk, but it's a solid 3-foot fence.
Yes,
Correct.
yes.
But you can't put a topper on top of
The
it. and make it a
topper adds to the height of the fence, so, I mean, it would, you know, it would still be identified as a solid fence, but I think we need some legal advice here, but I think it would have to be reheard or republished as a 4-foot tall.
Well, it's over,
Unless-
it's still, even with the topper, it's still going to be over 50%
Yeah,
solid.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
the solid's
Well,
not the
the
issue
topper
at
is
3.
not the topper is
the topper's not going to make it
just some
less,
bars or something.
Yeah.
It's not,
Yeah.
Lattice
It's
work
not
or
solid.
something to that effect, right, where it's see-through. In this case, it would be 75% solid,
okay.
but you're granting relief for that anyways. So again, I want to get legal counsel, but did the public notice identify a 6-foot tall fence in the front yard? 32 feet?
Yes. Allow a 6-foot tall privacy fence in the front yard.
Yeah, so you could reduce it down to 4 feet.
If we,
By your condition, you could reduce it down to 4 feet in height in a front yard with the 75%.
stopping 6 foot, or
6 foot
6
from
feet
the-
from the
3
sidewalk.
feet with the,
With the topper.
With the
So you said it's a lattice top? Is that right?
it'd
Am I-
be like bars, right?
Yeah.
See-through.
Yeah.
I would amend my motion then
Okay.
to include that no higher than 4 feet,
With the topper.
with the topper.
And solid, and
including
solid
the
3
top.
foot.
Yeah, I would amend my motion.
I'll second.
Okay? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, your variance has been granted. When you're ready to go, you have to see or fence company, whoever's putting it up, have to see the building department for the proper permit. Okay?
This could be available tomorrow morning.
Okay.
At leisure. I'll just log everything in here. Now, that's why I wanted to be that specific on this, so that it's identified in the permit.
Okay.
Do you mind if I keep those pictures?
Yeah, no.
I can mail them back. I can make copies.
Yeah,
and
no,
mail them
that's
back
okay.
to you if you want. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
You're all set.
thank you very much.
Have a good evening. Our chairs are falling apart, Ashley.
I know, it's like a mess on the
I looked at my
carpet.
hand, there was this black stuff on
Our
it.
cleaner was here
Coming off
today
the
too, and
handles.
like, I was
To
like,
buy a new chair? Okay, one down. 20, okay. Okay, on to the next one. This one is for Irwinwood,
135 South.
135 South Irwinwood. And please take notice, the zoning board of appeals, Village of Lancaster, New York, will hold a public hearing, council chambers in the municipal building, 5423 Broadway, Lancaster, New York, on Thursday, June 4th, at 7:20 PM. Petitioner E&M Total Homes LLC, on behalf of property owner Susan Carducci, is seeking relief from the following village code with respect to a deck addition. Section 350-33E, location of an accessory structure in any R district. A detached accessory building shall not be located in any part thereof or nearer than 10 feet to any other dwelling and 5 feet from any other building. The petitioner and property owner is seeking relief from the village to allow a deck addition of 6 feet from the existing detached garage. 4 feet of relief is requested. That said, hearing, all persons so desire shall have an opportunity to be heard. And is the builder here or the owner? Okay, just state your name and,
Sean McGrath.
okay, just tell us a little bit about your project.
It's replacing an existing deck that is there. It's just growing by 2 feet. The deck is rotted and falling apart, and she just wants to make it bigger. Put more patio furniture on it, like for her and the dog to hang out.
I wasn't able to, there was no one home, so I wasn't able to get in the backyard to see this. But is there a reason you're not gonna go, closer to the house? Like, instead of going out 2 feet, go 2 feet the other way?
It is growing the other way, but it's stopping because of the disconnect for the air conditioning unit. And I
Oh,
water
okay.
spigot as well.
So there's an obstruction there, so you can't continue with it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, I just took a look, nobody was home when I was there. I walked around the back and
Yeah.
I just looked what was going on back there, just to get a visual of it, boots on the ground, I guess.
I saw that there's a roof that continues off the garage to that, I don't know what you call it, a patio. Is there a roof on this deck?
No,
So there'd be no roof line going to another roof line?
no.
Okay.
No, uncovered.
And I noticed that the steps were back further. Are you moving the steps up?
No, we're not moving the steps. The side steps are staying right there. And there's going to be another set of steps on the opposite side, further away from the garage.
Okay.
Again, they're coming out as an apron on the other side. But the steps that are there, the existing ones are basically going to stay in the same spot.
What is the current distance between that deck, the current deck, and the garage
I
or
think it's
patio?
right about 8 feet.
So it's not compliant now?
Right. She bought the house like that, so. Yeah.
Okay.
Man, is there any fire issue with that porch extending and being that close to that
According to
garage?
the state, nope,
I'm sorry.
not according to the state, no.
Oh, okay, I just want to make sure that something didn't get missed.
Yeah, most of your setback dimensions are for access.
And by this drawing, I can't really read that. Is that 8 feet or 6 feet?
It's 6.
6? Okay,
The state code requires 5 feet.
okay.
Okay, does anybody else have any questions on the board for this gentleman?
No.
Anybody in the audience like to make any comments?
I have a picture if you want to see the deck.
Sure.
I saw that, I was,
Okay, I didn't see that side of it.
Okay. Okay.
Good. Okay, thank you. Okay, I guess at this time, I'm going to make a motion to close the hearing.
I'll make a motion to close the hearing.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. This time, I'd like to make a motion be made on this variance. Motion should state if there's any contingencies for this variance at all.
I'll make a motion to approve this as it is not a significant request, and it doesn't change the characteristic of the neighborhood or create any hazard.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Okay. Okay, all in favor?
All the rest of
Aye.
the seats are empty.
Yeah.
Aye.
You have somebody else to do your job for you. Okay.
There's no one to your right, Jim.
Okay, you're all set?
Thank
See
you.
the building department when you're ready to get rolling with that?
Thank you.
Okay?
Appreciate it. Have a good night.
Thank you.
I'm used to Andy jumping in and doing it.
Yeah, Andy- no Andy's here.
If I can make a suggestion, in all of these findings, that we'll identify these as a type 2 action pursuant to secret. Is there area variances, just to identify it.
Okay. In the motion?
Within the motion, sure.
Okay.
But at the very least, whatever findings that come out from the zoning board of appeals, that it should be listed, these are type 2 actions. All of them are type 2 actions, but identifying that it satisfies the requirements of secret.
Okay.
Okay, and we're good on time. Okay, last but not least, 13 Southwest Parkway. Please take notice that the zoning board of appeals in the village of Lancaster, New York, will hold a public hearing in the council chambers of 5423 Broadway, Lancaster, New York, on Thursday, June 4th, 2026 at 7:25 PM. The petitioner and owner, William Nasca, is seeking relief from the following village with respect to the privacy fence in the front yard. 148-4, height limitations. No fence shall be more than 6 feet in height at the rear yard or side yard of homes or buildings situated in a residentially zoned district. Which fence shall not exceed forward of the front building line of any existing or proposed building. No other fence or portion of a fence shall be higher than 36 inches in any front yard and within 6 linear feet of any ingress window from the sleeping room, 48 inches in any side yard. 148-6, obstructions affecting public safety. Any fence, wall, or similar structure, as well as shrubbery, which unduly cuts off light or air, or which may cause a nuisance, a fire hazard, or a dangerous condition of an obstruction to combat fires, or an obstruction to men and equipment for combating fires, which may affect public safety, is hereby expressly prohibited. Further, no fence shall be erected in a front yard in a residential district or along a public right-of-way unless the fence is uniformly less than 50% solid. The petitioner and property owners seeking relief from the village code to allow a 6-foot tall privacy fence on a side yard less than 6 feet wide, and to allow a solid fence in the front yard. 2 feet of relief is requested for the side yard, and the greater than 50% relief is requested for the front yard. At said hearing, any and all persons desired shall have an opportunity to be heard, and I assume, come up, state your name and why you're seeking your,
Bill Naska. You guys were both out the other day, so I told you what I wanted to do. I just want to put a 6-foot fence from the back of the house to the front of the house. It would actually be 3 feet short of the front of the house, because the house is 26 feet long. 3 sections of fence would be 24 feet, 2 feet shy. And then I would continue from there with 3-foot fence out to, we talked about it, you said it had to be at least 2 or 3 feet back off the sidewalk. That's okay with me.
okay. Anybody on the board have any?
Well, you still want it solid, right? You want that solid going out to the street?
Yeah, but that's not a deal breaker. I mean, if I could do solid, I would prefer that. If I can't, then that's,
Well, the only thing is, we just made those people stay 6 feet back because of the angle of the sidewalk for sight.
yeah.
The 6 foot's only gonna go to the front of the house.
No.
No.
He wants to go all the way to the
6-foot setback
sidewalk.
From the sidewalk.
The 3
back.
foot, the 3 foot.
The 3 foot is going to go 6 to 3, and then
Yeah.
we're talking about
Okay.
6 foot from the sidewalk back.
I was on the
Okay, you're
track
thinking of the
this-
height.
The 6-foot fence. I can't get off of that. It was confusing to me, because when I went out there, I know we had changed that code. The village adopted the new code, and I really didn't see what the issue really was. There is no window on that wall, so it
No
wasn't,
windows, no doors.
it wasn't an egress. What is the distance between where that fence is gonna be? You were gonna put a gate in on the front.
On the, yep.
How wide is that gate?
It would be as wide as so it's,
I don't see any
4 feet.
measurement there. What is it?
4 feet wide.
4 feet wide.
With 2 posts, I'm guessing I can get at least 4 feet in there.
Okay, so
It's
you're gonna-
5'2",
Yeah, 5.26 feet.
Okay, so it's gonna be that, he's got that much distance between where the fence is and the house. So we got 5 feet, well, just round it.
Yep.
5 feet. And one of the, in 148-6, it talks about the hazards of fire. It's a single-story home, right?
Mine?
Yeah.
It's 2.
Oh, it's 2?
Yeah.
Okay, well. Do you see any issues with laddering a building from that side? There is no window.
There's no windows.
No.
Why would?
I don't know. I'm just
Yeah,
asking.
you have a chainsaw to go through the side of the house if they came that way. There's nothing about that.
And you are
All the
gonna-
bedrooms are on the,
Your request is,
Opposite side.
you are going to put a gate for egress to get to the back.
yeah, because I have to for the gas and the electric. I already, the nice guy was already there. I told him,
And
this
the-
was like a month ago. and I-
The arborvitae's, the shrubberies, all being
That's all
taken
coming
off?
out. Yeah,
Taken
taking
out.
all that out.
Okay.
And it'll just be gravel in there. Once the fence, I mean, if I get it and I do it, it'll just be like crushed stone in there. No maintenance. I don't want to maintain it, you know what I mean? So. And the gate would just be a sliding, would be no locker on that. It'd be one of them latches where you just lift it up and slide it to the left.
It's kind of like the gate you have pre-existing, but you're moving that gate forward? 'Cause you
Well, no,
got-
that gate will stay, the one on the back.
So you're going to have 2 gates there?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
just for clarification.
Yep.
I didn't know if you were taking that one out and just moving everything forward and replacing them with.
Nah, she wants the gate on the back there because that's where the patio is, so.
Okay.
We're all in agreement that the 3 foot's not an issue if he does the 3 foot.
Yeah, as long as it's
Right,
set
as
back
long
from
as
the
he sets it
sidewalk.
Sets
back
back 2 feet.
6 inches, no, 6.
6 feet. The code says 2 feet,
From
right?
the sidewalk.
The code is 2 feet from the sidewalk.
2
Well,
feet.
we did the angle that we wanted at, if you can't see.
The 45, when they do a 45, I guess is what he's saying.
Yeah, but you can see over a 3 foot. That, the other,
What if your grandson was on his tricycle
Okay.
going down the
gotcha.
road?
Or a 3-wheeler. Well, that's where we're trying to,
Well, then they should change the code.
well, the other one was 6 foot back, and that was on the same
Well,
situation. on the same
50% solid fence could be 2 feet from a sidewalk.
So if it was
If it was.
But 100%
if you could see through the fence, you could bring it 2 feet from the sidewalk.
Right, but
If
you
I go
can't see
solid,
through
it's
this
gotta be
fence.
6.
Yeah.
All right, well, then- Yeah, then that's fine, I can go with the, what do you call it? Split.
See-through?
Yeah, see-through.
50%?
And then it would, then they could go out to 2 feet from the sidewalk.
If it was see-through, like
Yeah.
a chain link or whatever.
Yeah, no, it'll be vinyl. It'll all be
So
white.
you want to go 50% now, just for clarification?
No,
No, or no?
Well, I don't want to be 6 feet away, I mean, that would be kind of defeat the purpose, you know what I mean? Well, 6 feet.
Just
So I could do 6 feet, I could do solid if I stayed 6 feet off the sidewalk, is that what you're
Yes.
saying?
Correct.
Then, yeah, I'd rather do that.
I'd rather do this, I'm just, so when clarification, when we motion, we clarify what we're approving, I guess, is what, where the angle is.
Yes.
Okay. There's nobody in the audience that wants to comment on this. You got any more questions?
no.
No.
Okay.
Well, you guys are both, I mean, my neighbor wants it more than I do, so.
Okay, I'm going to make a motion to close the meeting.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. This time, I'm going to ask for motion to be made on this variance, and a motion to state if there's any contingencies and what they are.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Mr.
Considering seeker, this is a type 2 action. I don't see that this proposes any public safety issue. It doesn't change the characteristic of the neighborhood, and I don't believe this request is substantial. So I make a motion that this be approved.
With the 6 foot?
With this, if you're gonna go with solid, the
Step.
3-foot fence has to be a distance of 6 feet from the sidewalk.
Okay.
And the 6-foot fence not to exceed the front of the
The
house.
sideline of the house. Okay.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. You're all set. You just have to see the building department for your permits to do that, okay?
Okay, yep,
See you tomorrow.
I'm sorry.
It'll be ready for 8 in the morning.
Okay, over at the,
Yep, the
or, yeah.